My content is for 13 and up or adult collectors of the product. Hello everyone! For this video, it is going to be the review of Harmony Pegasus. So before we continue, subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. And with that being said, we're gonna get started. Let's try to get this video past 80 comments. So this is the remainder of the new Pro Series wave. We already did the review on Apocalypse and Union Achilles. I will probably put in the end screen and cards, and I'll try to link it. So this is Harmony. So Harmony originally released on 10 proof low. Instead, you get 10Expand Revolve. So no low, no recolor or proof. Expand is like, we'll get into it. But yeah, for the Harmony and everything, I don't think it's that odd of a choice. I think Harmony definitely, there is some uses for it, and it'll really be interesting to go over this thing just to really see, you know, what is there to Harmony that it has to offer, and what can we actually use it for. And QR code at the end. So to test for teeth wear, because of how the base is, this is the Pro thing, whatever, but this is the TT chip. So before we did the test, look at it. So I want to do it on both so it's both fair. And then after, if I see nothing on the Pro, that's sick. If there's something, sucks, but it is what it is. So, you know, I'm trying to go in on this. And the real idea here is just to really see if Hasbro is consistent. Now, sometimes they are not, so just fact checking to be sure. And the thing is that this is kind of like an issue that I feel that if you're doing the review and you're claiming, you know, in seriousness they're fixing the issue, you always gotta double check. So that's why we're doing it. I see like pretty much nada. If anything, like so minor. Listen, get this off. So now, with the Hasbro, let's see what happens. So if you're going to notice, even though I've done pretty much the same, no white, look at right there, white. So this is a stress mark symbol. So the reason why we are showing this is simply because there are claims they have fixed the teeth wear. No, they have not. The only time they are going to truly, in some releases, it's good. They've done it. The safe releases, I think, have been Dragon 2, Spriggan. Let me think. Dragon 2. Okay, so Command Dragon, Lord Spriggan, Master Devilos, Poison Hydra. Technically also Ace Dragon. Also, for stickers. Yeah, there you go. Now, because I also have to show off the instructions. Yeah, this is like very straightforward, so yeah, moving on. So now let's go over the part by part with Harmony Pegasus. Of course, we have got our GT chip, which is Pegasus. Now, with the actual Pegasus GT chip, I believe I ranked it below Achilles, Dragon 2, and Diabolos. I have mostly just used this for stamina combinations. It's like a nice chip, and I like... I get it. I specifically use this on, like, Lord. It's got a very weird design, so it kind of goes there blocky, then after a little bit stubby. It's a very weird design, and obviously you're going to notice that there is a different color than the TAKARA TOMY one. It's like tinted slightly differently. So we have already mentioned this suffers from teeth wear. That is the extreme version with Pro Series. And Pro Series, TAKARA TOMY. You can also tell the difference because Pro is a lot more faded, maybe slightly saturated. Not in this case, actually. It's a lot more. You can actually very much tell the difference in the two. So obviously, since the thing does have teeth wear, I'm going to say be cautious on really using it. If you accept that teeth wear is on this and it's at the accelerated rate, then I guess go to town. Yeah, aside from that, this is good for stuff like Lord or whatever. I guess if you want to use it for like attack stuff, you can. I just prefer it like on, if I wanted to use it on Lord, I would just slap it on Lord. If anyone has any Pegasus combinations, hey, drop it in the comments. Feel free to, I guess. We then have to get our layer weight, which is Sen. So I've already mentioned that, yes, they have to go through all the layer weights. Now, because we have already gotten Sen on Wizard Fafnir, listen, this is like a layer weight that we don't need. Right? We did not need them to do this. What they should have actually done, which would have really bumped up my thoughts on this release, would have been Goku. And as far as like stamina goes, I think I kind of had it tiered near the same as like Koretsu and Zen. And yeah, it's like whatever, you know, whatever. I would just say use stuff like, do we have, yeah, no, there's 10. Yeah, just wish they just like throw whatever we didn't already get, you know what I mean? Alright, so next up, we're gonna get to the disc in the frame. So 10 is a very good disc for stamina, and honestly, when you have this between 0 and 00, I think kind of just a lot of people just, you know, it makes sense because of how the shape is and the outer weight distribution that 10 would just kind of generally get picked for the stamina stuff. So yeah, this was originally with Harmony, but the difference now is with Expand. So with Expand, I've seen this used a lot in attack combinations. I've seen it sometimes used for stamina. It is a solid frame. I think what would have been cool, because we've already gotten the original color with the Slingshot Air Knight, would be if they gave us a black Expand frame. That would kind of be in reference to the original proof frame on Harmony. That would have been kind of like a cool thing there that if they wanted to do, they could have. Yep. And now we go to the performance tip, which is Revolve. So this is very old. This is the Season 1 Revolve in specific. And if you notice, if I do a side-by-side, because I keep on mentioning the cheaper plastic, you're going to notice it's way like foggier because it's the HASBRO Pro plastic. As far as free spin or whatever this on this thing. Feels kind of loose and whatever, so I guess that's kind of cool. Now obviously again, Revolve copies are always going to vary. Anytime there's like something free spin, you're always going to get some sort of variation, whatever. I think my overall thoughts on Revolve being picked is, I'm sure someone might make the case for Revolve for Pro, but in my opinion, I think that like, regardless of burst resistance, because of Harmony, they should have just gone with, so with the Harmony layer base, if we do you side by side, you can really tell the difference in the color. Like this, they are very different in the color. So between the two Harmonies, basically, like if you look at them, you can very much tell which one is which. It's like, I don't know why, but they're always like tinted weird. I guess just because of the choices on reducing and cheaper options on the plastic, but yeah. So Harmony, to first go over, what is the gimmick on Harmony? It's one of the silliest gimmicks that don't actually, well, maybe you get it's like, maybe you get it sometimes working, but definitely not all the time. So what the idea with this thing is, right, is this. And this was what was called like the healing ability, the Beyblade that heals, right? So basically when you got to a certain point, which was, basically for this one it would be kind of So when you got to around the middle section here, these wings would basically pop up. Now the idea was, an opposing bay is supposed to now hit that wing, and when it does, it heals, right? Now, for an anime gimmick, it's really damn cool. It's a cool concept of healing. I don't even think if the wings were bigger, this necessarily would work. Aside from the fact that I'll get to in a second, what's the issue with this is that you can't really control when the bay is going to hit to that point. Like, because of how the bays work and everything, it's not like you're gonna get lucky and it's gonna hit. What happens if it hits here? Guess what? You're screwed, you burst. So, the gimmick is not very useful in practice. Not to also mention that, compared to other stuff, I do feel like Harmony, if we look at it, it's how exposed the teeth are. So you can kind of notice how it is, how the things are like that. So the less exposed that it is, right, the worse. So other than the fact, like, let's say weight, right, or whatever, the issue is gonna be that same spin, you're gonna get kind of slapped by bursts. Even if you use Dragon 2, like, I think Harmony is kind of easy to burst, I'm not going to lie to you. And yes, there are probably combinations where you can get away with it, and that's where, ladies and gentlemen, we introduce what is good with it, which is opposite spin matchups. So it is a very good equalizer. Why? Because of its very roundish shape. So it's basically got that going for it, that it's basically just really good against opposite spin stuff. So if you're ever using Harmony, it's just gonna be against opposite spin. And yeah, that's kind of it. So get the scale. So look at this, look at how bad it is. 2.79 versus 3 points like 10. Dude, that's bad. That's really bad. Sen, TT, like 7.72. Pro is like, they're virtually the same. Sometimes it varies, sometimes more, sometimes less, whatever. Harmony Pro Series, look at this, 14.3. 15 grams, now that's bad. That's really bad of a difference. Okay, then after 10, 23.57. Vary sometimes, more or less, okay. Pro expands, 3.38. Okay, that one's like so minor, I don't. Revolve Pro is about 5.37. 7.4, right? TT is a total of about 58.45. 57.13. Side by side. Yeah, this is like really weird. You can really tell the difference, man. Why is the color so different? That is so weird. Okay, well, test launch, 3, 2, 1, let rip. All right, look at that stamina type. Alrighty, well, first guinea pig. Let's go with Wizard Stock, which should pretty much already help us kind of demonstrate stamina on this thing. It better win, Wizard. Okay, I'm going through options right now. Okay. What the hell? Okay, we've given it like Eternal right now, right? I've given it like a performance tip that should help it at least do slightly better. It should, I don't know. If it doesn't, then it's really just the combo. Okay, so yeah, you see the difference in performance. So my advice is definitely going to be that mix and match. So we got to throw this up against like other stuff. So let's try against Lord. I'm pretty sure Lord shouldn't OS hit, so we should be good here. I really want Harmony. Making Harmony win is like very difficult because I don't have much options with Pro, and what I have to go up against is gonna be tough. Like, I'm afraid I might lose to Spy after this, but it has to beat Lord, right? At least because Lord is like Fusion Dash. Like, that does, come on. Harmony, please. Don't choke on me, man. There, you're gonna see what happens when it goes against Judgment. Yeah. And now just to end off, I want to mention that we have a store where we have stuff like BU products, Divine Belial, pre-order currently, First Uranus, Sparking, Dynamite Battle stuff. Please check out our store. We have a lot of bundles and a lot of deals. It is an optional way to support the channel. I appreciate the support regardless. Just to mention my final thoughts on the Bay, I really just hope they can do a better job. I feel like it's ridiculous that we have to deal with this so many waves later. That being said, there are still parts like, I guess, Pegasus, if you don't care about the issue there. Harmony specifically for opposite spin. Sen I don't care about just because we've already gotten it before, but like Sen's like an okay if you don't already have Sen. 10 and Expand, solid parts if for whatever reason you don't have either, or at least if you want to get the Expand frame or a spare or something, I guess. Revolve I think is probably the weakest part in this. Like, I can't really think of anything redeemable about it, especially if you are a pro collector. I would have preferred Bearing, but yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Stay safe during these times and have an amazing day. Bye.